Tonight on Debate Amongst Friends, special edition, Doc and Prof going to go over WrestleMania 33, our reviews, our comments, our anguish, our sadness. Going to pour into this and more starting now.
Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, welcome to another edition of Debates Among Friends live on YouTube. This is the 46th episode, and this is the WWE WrestleMania 33 review show. As always, I am the Professor John Gotti, and always by my side, dropping bows like it's the phenomenal forearm. It's Doc Ocean. How you doing tonight?
I was good until you said phenomenal forearm,
It's better than
but
Styles
I'm doing
Clash, right?
good. It's not the Styles Clash.
It's
I
not
guess
the
I have to
Styles
take a
Clash.
win. I have to take a win when a win comes along. But what a WrestleMania. Well, I can say it was a spectacle.
That's saying it lightly.
Not a testicle, but a spectacle.
That's definitely saying it lightly.
I mean, that's the only thing I could really say all day. I mean,
I was gonna say
it
poopy.
was a. So I wasn't gonna say boo because the beginning was good. I mean, it started out as Jay Z said, you had a spark when you started, but then you just became garbage.
Hilarious.
But let's jump right into it, man. I mean, I didn't even see the cruiserweight match. Did you see the cruiserweight match?
I did watch it. Unfortunately, and I think this is going to turn into the theme of the night because I think a lot of matches either became too long and suffered, or they just they just got cut off, and I feel like the cruiserweights got cut off really really bad.
Like Ric Flair, I'm gonna cut you off right now.
Like cutoffs in the sense of, hey, you know how you said that you was hyped up because you're gonna be, that match, the match of the night of the entire show. Uh-huh. Yeah, well, guess what? You go into the pre-show, and not only that, we're gonna give you a time limit, so you can't do all the Philly stuff that you like to do.
So this match is scheduled for one fall, and it's for 15 minutes.
Nope. I mean, they had a okay match. It was more of a technical match, and I think that kind of hurt it a little bit.
Because these are cruiserweights and they're more. Well, then again, I can't say that because Dean Malenko has always been a technical wrestler, and he was great in the cruiserweight division,
Oh,
and
absolutely.
but it was always high flying even still.
Hmm.
So I'm pretty shocked
I
about
mean,
that. I mean,
Malenko will still pull up a Hurricanrana, once in a while. So I mean, really can't use that as an excuse.
that's true. That's true. I mean, but ultimately Neville was able to retain. Everybody loves him as the heel. Again, and this is going to be another theme. Anybody with slicked black hair or slicked back hair, I should say, seems to be winning right now.
Oh gosh. Well, one person didn't, but we'll get to
Yeah,
that.
one person didn't. Yeah.
But I
Oh
mean, the match
God.
itself was okay. They had a lot of good spots. Austin Aries took that snap German suplex rebound, like a champ.
Is that what it is now, though? Is that what we're living for? Spots? Because I feel like,
Unfortunately, it's been like this for like 5 years though. I, I
yeah, I
I
feel
feel
like
like I've
that's what
been
it is. Because
saying the same things constantly.
our graphic design artist, the Fanny Pack, had a chance to um, watch WrestleMania with me, and I was like, she was like, "Is this match over yet?" And I was like, "No, somebody has to go through that table over there." You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
they set it up. Somebody has to go through it. It's like, if you're inviting somebody over for dinner, you don't set the table and they don't eat, or you don't make a bed that nobody sleeps in. I mean, somebody has to go through that table.
Someone has to go to that table. You're right. Unfortunately, it's,
Um,
it's it's the way it is now. Everything's all about spots. But I
well,
mean, for all it's worth, though, it was still a pretty okay technical match.
yeah, and that's good. I mean,
I,
can we
I
go with the
just felt
third?
like they're still the redheaded stepchild of the WWE. But
Now,
for us to move forward, though, let's give it a grade.
yeah,
What is the grade that you'll give it?
I didn't see it, but based on the highlights that I did see and some of the key information, out of five, probably a 3.8,
Well, let's just do
3.9.
regular grades. Let's not do points and stuff like
Okay,
that.
B plus
I can
for
accept that.
what
I'm
for
the
what
same
they
way.
for what they were given. I'll give it a B plus.
I can say that. I'll agree with you. It's a B plus. It was okay for the opener for it still should have been part of the main show. But what? Next match is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle. Mojo
Well,
flipping. God dang it,
no.
Mojo. That's all I gotta say. God dang it, Mojo. Doctor lost it, ladies and gentlemen. The
Yeah, I'm
doctor
sorry.
is
Let me
is
tell you
on
something.
is en route to his penthouse suite. So he
No,
might
skip
lose
that. I'm
connections
outside
off
of.
of
I
that one.
love boxing. I'm about to go in here and box, as the Professor John Gotti can see. And my Wi-Fi connects when it wants to. So as I was transitioning to
Hilarious,
connect to the Wi-Fi, you would freeze, of course. But I just turned that crap off, so we're good
hilarious.
now.
All right.
But I was gonna say, can we talk about Gronk getting in the
Uh,
ring, 3 point stance, a la LT?
a la LT, and that was the part that I groaned the most about.
And I said, what in the world is going on? I cannot believe they're doing this. So they not only recreated something else later on, several things later on,
Mm-hmm.
but they tried the Bam Bam Bigelow and
LT,
LT.
yes.
It was so they made it so weird because it was like he jumped over the counter, the barricade, and they were like, whoa, 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 what are you doing? Then I was
Yo,
like,
and
okay,
everyone
here
was
we
talking about that
go.
lady too. They was like, wow, if she would have dropped Gronk right there, like Bill Belichick is gonna cut him right
Oh my
there.
God, he would have been done. He would have been another person going to the Cleveland Browns.
He's like, Rob, I gotta talk to you. We decided to let you go. But
Yeah,
why? Don't you know who I
I
am? I'm
saw.
Gronk. I'm the
I
party
saw you.
guy. Yeah.
I saw you take that pounce-like move from Mojo Riley. That is the pounce, though, right?
It was the pound that he did. Yes.
Okay, I thought so. I thought that's
You
what he's
like the
been
pounds
doing.
though.
I do like the pounce. I even screamed out pounce when he did it. So
I was
I
like,
was
I'm
pretty
mad that
happy
he
with
did the
that.
pounds. I'm like, apparently it's only football players who's allowed to use that move, but I think
It worked for him though because he's so hype, bro.
yes. Oh gosh. Let's move on. Anything else? I mean, how did you feel about Strowman,
I
Big Show
hated it.
getting eliminated,
I hated Big Show.
and then
Yeah,
Sami
Big
Zayn getting
Show.
eliminated? I mean,
Sammy. I don't really care about Sammy. You know I don't care about Sammy.
it was really
But
bad. The last two people were Jinder frickin' Mahal and Mojo
and
Rawley.
Mojo Rawley. Yeah, Jinder. I could see him being a prime time player in the WWE.
I
Not
feel like
necessarily like the primetime
I was about
players,
to say
but
because that almost turned
he's,
into some racist stuff right there. We're gonna need to be careful.
but I think he's gonna be pretty good. I don't know. I like the win. It's different. Nobody expected Mojo Rawley to come
No
out.
one did. And shout outs to the man formerly known as Adam Blampier, who is now only known as Plumpy.
There you go. There you go. But nothing else really shocked me except for the fact that Braun Strowman didn't win. I was almost sure that he was, and
Everyone
he,
thought that he was gonna win. Like
yeah,
whoever, if Vegas made this a betting odd, whoever
everybody,
had Mojo Rawley to win has made a lot of money tonight.
absolutely, I can completely agree with that.
But give
But
it his
it's cool.
grade so we can lead this piss out of a match.
I would say I'm gonna give it another B plus. I like Mojo Rawley. I like them the first pay per view I saw him in the the pre show. I liked him against I forget that other guy's name. Doesn't really matter.
It
But
doesn't matter.
I like Mojo. Yeah, I like Mojo Rawley. I think he's doing a great job, and I like it. I like the move. Obviously, he's going to be in singles competition clearly for a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to him.
Good job.
I was really shocked. I was really shocked at this next match though. If it's what I think it
Well,
is.
actually, and I give that match a C minus. I didn't like it.
I understand. I understand.
Plus, it was my first loss of the night too, so of course it's gonna get a
Oh
bad
God.
grade.
I don't
The
know if
next
that's
match
kind of
is Dean
loss.
Ambrose versus someone who we both like,
Yeah,
Baron Corbin.
the lone wolf himself,
The
Junior.
Lone Wolf. Yes, he is Junior because I am the Lone Wolf.
I mean, that's just another nickname for the Professor John Gotti, the lone wolf, the king
uh,
of RNG,
well, I'll
the
accept that one.
troll
No,
master
nope, nope,
himself,
nope, nope, nope. Talk
the
about the match. Talk about the
conqueror.
match. Talk about the match.
Okay, okay, okay. Um, was this a loss for you too?
uh, yes, this was a
I was about to
loss.
say
This was also a loss.
because
I was so mad.
yeah, there's no way I would have imagined that I would have saw Dirty Deeds finish this match off.
Which is so
Uh,
funny because as we go down the card, one Dirty D put down Baron Corbin, but it took so many finishing moves to put down someone else.
I will definitely. I mean, yeah, we'll definitely look into that. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
I know.
But I mean, I don't want to jump the gun because we can skip all these other matches and go to the end at any given time. But we're not going to
Okay,
do that.
so
We're going to
what is
give
your grade for
everybody their
this
due
one?
diligence. This one, I was cooking my lasagna when I heard the Dirty Deeds. I
Shout
think
outs
my
to
cheese.
lasagna.
Yeah, I think my cheese burnt a little bit because I had to walk away in shock and utter disbelief. But ultimately, I would give it a B minus. I don't really like Dean. I don't like Dean. I'll get back to that again. I
It's
guess a
it's
little
getting a
later.
C
Yeah, B
because
minus.
it should
Yeah,
have it
C
should
plus
have been Baron
minus.
Corbin's night. No
Yeah,
matter what people
definitely.
say, it should have been Baron Corbin's night, and they
I
ruined
hate
it
it
again.
unless
But
they give it to them on free TV.
out. Oh gosh, and they probably will too. That's
Somebody's
probably the
gonna
part
win
that's
something on free
really gonna
TV.
get me upset.
Yeah, yeah.
But on to the main card. The entire pay per view started off with Shane McMahon versus AJ Styles.
Terrible idea.
First of all, this was the match of the night, hands down.
Terrible idea. Like honestly, they went out there like it was a main event, like setting the stage completely.
They set the bar really high, and no one was able to grab that bar. Not
Nobody
even
else
not
wanted
even
none.
each person for every single match the rest of the pay per view could reach that bar.
No one. No one. Um, Great spots. We were laughing at the whole referee falling down and the people coming out, but I mean that's classic WWE. You can't really beat that.
Oh my goodness.
I think looking over it, the coast to coast, the elbow drop, the kick out of the Styles Clash because he only got half of it. The
Your favorite move?
Yeah, I almost threw up in that car. Um, the the submission hold, that little transition that they were doing where they kept rolling each other up. Like I said, it was a pretty good match. A
It
forty-something year
was.
old Shane McMahon really held in there.
Although I'm
I'm
kind
not
of
gonna
mad that they
lie.
called the triangle choke the Hell's Gate. That was
Yeah,
stupid.
that was
Michael
definitely something
Cole was
different.
not having a good night on commentary.
Yeah, thank God. It didn't matter what they were talking about.
Like,
Uh,
did you notice that my tweet about Michael Cole gotten like almost 50 retweet likes?
No, I didn't see that. I mean,
Oh
you got
my
posted so much,
gosh.
man. My phone had died, and I was just like, you know what, man, this is John Gotti's night.
So, in a nutshell, I said, I give props to WWE for embracing video game culture because the new day. I'm
Yeah.
like, but you should never make Michael Cole say anything video game related ever
Oh my
again.
God. Oh my God.
So many
He
people
did
loved it.
say something. Yeah, he did.
I'm like,
But I
Michael
will
Cole, what are you
say,
talking about? Shut up.
yeah. But I will say, I gave the match as a whole an A.
Yes.
Um, I thought it deserved it. Like they deserved it. Like it was really, really good.
I will also
And
give it an A.
I don't think anything else topped it. I think this is the best match of the night.
Unfortunately, and it just started to go downhill from here.
Yeah, it really did.
The
Um,
next matchup we have is the feud of the former best friends for the U.S. title, Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho.
only thing it lacked a woman. That's the only thing it lacked.
Yeah,
Um,
but Jericho already
it,
had a match with a woman before.
he did, but
Talk about him
it
and
was a
Christian with Trish Stratus.
it was
Actually, and
good.
Triple H with Stephanie McMahon.
It was good. It just it didn't blow my socks off because we all knew it. Like I said, if Jericho would have won, I would have been good with it, and then maybe he stays for like one more month and loses at the next pay-per-view.
Hmm.
But that's a long walk down that aisle to be coming back and doing this all over again next month. So, I mean, I was just like, wow, but ultimately, it's another B. It's another B for me.
I'll give it a
The
B
spots were
plus.
good.
I'll give it a B plus.
Yeah, the spots were good, but it was nothing that we hadn't seen before with them,
Exactly.
with both of them, because they're so limited in what they can do. And
Hmm.
Jericho's getting pretty old.
Once again, as soon as I see Kevin Owens do a Steamalizer, that's when I know I've
Yeah,
been, blown away.
gotcha.
All right, on to the next one. The four-way elimination match for the Raw's Women's Championship. Nia
What a
Jax, Charlotte, Sasha Banks, and it's Bailey.
what a bust this was.
This was
Like,
so I'm gonna prelude our conversation right now by saying, and I've said this as soon as this was announced, Nia Jax should have never been in this match.
I think the cliche big dominant person is no longer needed in this wrestling business.
Yep.
Because number one, if she was in TNA or Ring of Honor, she probably would be a champion in those respective companies. But in WWE, they
Shout
just
out to
use the
Awesome
women.
Kong.
Yeah, that would be great. Awesome Kong versus Nia Jax. If that hasn't happened
Awesome Kong
somewhere,
would eat her alive.
I don't know. I think it would be great. But then again, without the famous backing of her sweet Uncle Rocky,
Exactly.
I don't know how easy it would go.
Like she
But
like
you're
she'd be
right
doing the
though.
Roman Reigns thing.
Yeah. But I don't know if she should have been in there. Maybe they could have brought somebody else up. Obviously, Asuka's gonna come up eventually and destroy everyone. That must be they're building everybody up to die to Asuka, I assume.
I hope so,
Yeah.
because I'll be very happy.
Um, I didn't like the move choices that had got people eliminated.
The triple power bomb to get out Nia Jax, the throw into the air quotes
The
exposed
turnbuckle.
turnbuckle
Yes,
for
yes.
Sasha Banks, and
And
the
then the
Macho
flying
Man,
elbow.
the Facho Man Randy Savage elbow drop. Facho meaning it was fake. It was not that
Right.
good.
Because it was like all of them were things that have been done in the past that wouldn't win somebody a match unless it was
Yep.
like 1983. Um, except for the flying, the flying elbow drop, of course. But even that wasn't that
Yeah, but
great.
Macho Man was jacked though. I mean,
He was jacked. He was
like,
jacked.
looked like he could kill a guy.
I agree completely. I agree. But
But
I give this a C minus, almost a
I,
D.
I'll give it a C plus. I'll give it a
Yeah,
C
it was
plus, and that's just because I think Charlotte is still the best woman on both rosters right now.
absolutely, absolutely. Um, yeah, I can't even say any more about
Like
that.
there's nothing I can say there. Like she's the best
Yeah,
woman wrestler on the main roster right now. Period. Hands
no,
down.
definitely.
All right, so we have the big surprise for the triple threat turned fatal four way ladder match for the Raw Tag Team Championship. The term wonderful pales in comparison to the reaction, the electricity that was buzzing around Orlando when the Hardy Boys made their return as the
How
fourth
fast?
participant
How
of
fast
this
was that
match.
though? How fast was that? Like you signed a contract last week, and then it's like, hey, we're gonna be at WrestleMania. I'm broken. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, I'm gonna win the tag team titles
Wonderful.
now. you know, but I like the way the New Day did it because the New Day really could have been like they could have trolled everybody, and they could have just been in the match.
Yep. Which
You
I
know
knew
what I
they wasn't going
mean?
to be in the match.
But they were out there dressed almost like they
I
were gonna
know.
come out there. It
I
was
know,
great.
but at that point I'm like,
So
yeah, they're not going to wrestle.
yeah, yeah. It would have been
If it was two of them, yes.
yeah.
If
It
it was
was an
all
A
three
for
of them,
effort.
absolutely not. But they
It
did a
was
good
a
job
great.
of duping.
I'll give them an A for good selling.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, I thought the match was B minus. There was a lot of spots that were just like, hey, we know this is gonna happen. Somebody's gonna fly off. I was like, hey, Nicole, Fanny Pack, hey, he's going to jump off that ladder,
I can't believe
and
you
he's
just said
gonna go
that.
through those other ladders. And she was like, "What? What do you mean?" I was like, "No, he's gonna jump off those ladders. So don't you
Yep.
worry. He's gonna jump off. You don't set up again. You don't set those ladders up
If you're not going to
unless
use them.
this is not is you're not gonna use them. So I give it a B minus. Obviously, the Hardys are gonna win, but it wasn't really anything great. Cass, booted everybody. It's what I expected.
I'll give it a B plus.
Yeah.
I'll give it a B plus because of the pop for the
Yeah,
Hardys and the
good
fact
pop.
that they came
Good
back
pop.
and won it.
Not
It
great,
doesn't
not
get an
great pop,
A
but good
because they're
pop.
not going to allow them to use the broken gimmick because Impact Wrestling is a Impact Wrestling gets the piss hand of the year. Like it's already it's only April, but like they get the piss hand of the year. They
They're
are a
gonna.
nominee for piss hand of the year.
I think Vince is gonna buy that gimmick. Oh, he
Of
gonna make so much
course he
money.
is.
He gonna buy
Of
it. Yeah,
course he is.
he owns a part of it, so I think he's gonna get it. He'll figure out a way.
Of course
He'll
he
figure out a
is.
way.
So
Yeah.
we just got finished going through all the high points of the pay-per-view. It's time
What's
for
the
us to go
first
to
low
all the
point?
lows.
What's the first low?
John Cena.
Two. I mean, D, D. You're failing. Oh God. Alert! Alert! Alert!
Uh,
Terrible alert!
you're getting held back.
Oh my God. I
You're
mean, I knew
getting
once I
held
saw.
back.
Let me
I'm
tell you.
sorry,
Let me even
Johnny.
finish. Yeah, once I saw his mom, I was like, "Are you really gonna steal the Macho Man Sting right now? I just can't
Yep.
believe this." But I knew he was gonna propose. It was so obvious. They made it
Oh,
so
it was
clear.
just so stupid.
The match was stupid too. I didn't like
The
how
match
John
turned
Cena.
into a squash match. Okay, so first
Yeah,
of all, The Miz, if he wasn't a face before, like, he was teetering on that edge. Like, he might be the next Stone Cold Steve Austin in
yeah, he did a
terms
great
of
job.
being right down the middle where people would cheer and people would boo.
Yeah, it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect.
Because he was eating up the crowd, and I'm sitting there just laughing because I'm like, he is seriously just enjoying himself. Like he has a big
Nah,
smile on his face.
he
He
did a
didn't
great
even do
job.
Daniel Bryan stuff until later. Like he was
He
just
did a great
enjoying
job.
himself, just being the Miz.
Yeah, I just hate the fact that John Cena took a beating for 10, 15 minutes, and then
And
all of
then
a
just
sudden,
turn around and turn Super Cena
yeah, and it was like the double five knuckle, and the AA and
and
whatever
TKO
that move.
because
Yeah,
it's not called
yeah.
the freaking
They
Rack
did
Attack
say
2.0.
double.
It's a
They
TKO.
did say, they definitely said double AA, but I was like, okay, I'm just gonna let that slide and give it a
Once
C
again,
minus,
commentating
B
team
plus.
didn't do a good job this evening.
Yeah.
Michael Cole's at the
Um.
core of that, and
But yeah, I'm a
JBL's a blasphemous bastard.
D minus, D plus, C.
It gets a
It's
D
it's just
minus.
not good. It's
It
just
gets a
not
D
good.
minus because afterwards, of course, the proposal happened, and
I don't care about no proposal. Not it was so obvious. If it wasn't so obvious, like
I was just like, oh my gosh.
had the Miz hit John Cena in the back with a chair, I would have given it an A. But
Had the Miz
C,
deliver the skull crushing finale to Nikki Bella, I would have given it an
yeah,
A plus
something like
plus.
that. I'm gonna give it a C. I'll give it a solid C then.
Of course, this is all for kayfabe. This is not real, ladies and gentlemen.
Of
Despite
course.
what people may believe, like, did you see how many people got upset about us saying that it's kayfabe? Like the
It could be
rage,
though.
the rage.
It could be. You never know.
No, no. I watched some of the exclusive stuff in the back. Like John Cena did not look genuine at all. Like he
He
looked like,
didn't.
oh my gosh,
He was
get these cameras
terrified.
away
He was
from me.
shaking. That was a huge, ginormous rock too. You have to excuse me, people. It's like every time Doc and Prof do a show, it just starts raining out of nowhere here in the great state of North Carolina.
This is why he needs to come to Texas, ladies and gentlemen. But that goes without saying. All right, so in the next match we have the non-sanctioned. That was a stupid term.
It was pretty.
Whatever, I
It
don't
was a stupid
care.
term.
Non-sanctioned match between Seth Rollins and the Game Triple H. First
You
of
know what I thought
all,
this?
Triple H stole Undertaker's idea for his entrance, and I
I
put that
said
on
that too in the
Twitter.
beginning. I was like, I hope Undertaker gets to go on the motorcycle one last time, Because it's a long
It's
walk.
a long walk. By the
I
way, oh
was,
wait, well I'll get to that. How long it took
yeah, we'll get to
you guys
that.
to get to the
Yeah.
ring.
You know what this match was missing again? Another woman. Any woman that could have came out and helped Seth Rollins. Even though Stephanie wound up going to the table,
Which that by itself, like, it didn't help.
it
Like,
didn't. It was a dumb spot.
this is the WrestleMania repeats. Shane McMahon crashed
Yeah.
and burned again,
Yes.
and Stephanie, took a bump again.
Yeah.
And guess
Triple
what?
H
That's
made a
the only
mad
time you're gonna
face.
see Stephanie take a bump the rest of 2017, folks. So get used to it. You're welcome.
Yeah,
Again.
soak that one up. Soak that one up. No, but I mean,
Freaking A.
again, I give it a B minus only because they overplayed the knee injury.
I would say that's one of the things that hurt this match completely.
Yeah, like, because there's one part where he was like, oh, God, I can't do this. And then, like, the next minute he could do it. Then the next minute he couldn't do something. Then the next minute he could. Adrenaline would kick in. Then adrenaline would go off. And then, like, adrenaline would halfway go. And then it's like, oh, no, I don't have enough adrenaline to do this. But I can do this directly at my knee. And it's like, what in the world? I give it a B minus, man. I mean,
I mean,
Triple H looked great. I give it to Triple H. He looked great. Um, I was pretty impressed by his physique and the fact that he could still go out there and put on a B to B plus effort.
I'll give it. You know what? I'll give it a solid B. It was okay.
He didn't even
It
he
it
didn't
it,
even do the running knee.
it should have been better, but it was okay.
He didn't even do the running knee. Had he done the running knee, I'd be like, oh, Triple H could come back and win the championship right now.
I see what you. Good job, sir.
Woo, woo.
All right.
What's next, bro?
Uh, Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton for the W.
I give it a B for creativity. Um, it was weird. The storyline I thought was probably one of the better, okay, sophisticated, somewhat developed. Along came a little spider storyline that
Yep.
developed a year ago. You know, when Bray Wyatt beat up Randy, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you back, like a viper that I am, and I'm gonna burn up Sister Abigail's spirit and all this other stuff." Like, it went really far left. They brought it back right, then it went back left, and I was like, "Oh my God, what the heck is going on?"
I'm just
I
sitting there. Like, I literally didn't even watch this match. Like, I knew how bad it's gonna turn out
I just couldn't believe
because I started to realize.
he was gonna lose.
Yeah.
I didn't. I
Ha
was hoping that he
ha
would win it.
ha. People on chat's talking about how they fought for Dean on Four Eyes show,
God.
and now everyone's turned on Dean Ambrose.
I'll get to that later. I'll get to that when we get to Roman. But I don't know, bro.
I mean, really quickly
This
though. I
match was a
mean,
B. No, let's
would
get
you
to it,
would you
man. Let's get to
rather
it later.
have, Dean Ambrose or Roman Reigns?
That's what I was gonna get to. I don't want to go on a tangent because I know we're short on time. But it's terrible to have to even put them two in the same sentence because I don't really like Dean, but of course I don't like Roman. I think Dean. I haven't seen. I think Dean is a better wrestler and better promo giver.
Yes.
But I think Roman has more strength and potential, and I think that's the only reason he's like the guy. It's just
Really?
he's
I
shown
thought
me
it was.
nothing. That's the potential.
Oh gosh.
Because that's all Vince thinks about that arm motion. Um, um, but I just think Dean, they all needed each other except for Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins was the only person that didn't need them.
I can
But
agree with that.
Roman needed Dean, and Roman needed them, but Seth didn't need them. That's where the problem comes in.
I can
But
agree with
this
that.
Bray
So
Wyatt versus
we
Randy
didn't even
Orton,
talk about this
B.
match at all. What's your grade for it? Because I really don't want to talk about it.
B.
Gonna give
The great,
Bray versus Randy a B.
yeah. a solid B. I mean, some of the spots were good. I hated the ending, but I mean, they wrestled pretty good.
I give it an F.
Dang,
It gets an F. Period.
I understand because of the over antics.
Like, it just nothing happened. Like, Bray
Yeah, it
Wyatt
was
is basically a transitional champion, which
transitional
sucked.
champion.
And we
Yeah,
talked about that with Kevin Owens, and people kind of got upset with me until I explained to them why. Like, WTF?
yeah, it was pretty terrible. What's the next match, man?
You already know what this next match is, and we really don't. Oh gosh. Well, first of all, it was longer than all of Goldberg's matches since he came back. Yep, it's Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal.
I'll give it a C. It was a
Spears,
C.
suplexes,
Yeah.
and finishers. Oh my.
Oh my. C minus for lack of even trying to take a bump on Goldberg's part. And really a C because Brock really almost botched the F5. I mean, the suplexes were just, yeah. He was having a hard time selling those. You
Yep.
know, those babies, he couldn't sell water to a well with those babies.
Water to.
But yeah, C plus, C minus, solid C, somewhere in there. I can't even really. It's no B, no A. It's definitely C and below. C
Really?
below. Yeah, definitely C below. Because I will say that Brock Lesnar leapfrog was pretty impressive.
That wasn't
Of
even
course.
impressive. That did not even save this match. You know, let me tell you what I gave it. I gave it an F.
Oh God, he gave it another F. Okay, John Gotti's giving out the F bombs. F5! F5! That's two Fs.
That's two Fs.
What's the next match, bro?
The six-pack challenge for the women's championship of SmackDown. Which I'm
I
so glad that Even Ray did not show up.
What
That's
I
the
told
only
you
thing
she
I was
was at.
dreading.
Oh
I was
my God, I
so
told you.
dreading that too. I was like, oh gosh, please don't let me be right.
But you
Please
wanna
don't
know
let me be
something,
right.
bro? I'm gonna get this match a C though, man. Because the way they did it, it was so rushed and so ill prepared. I mean, yeah, Naomi got a chance to do a quick booty bump, and then she jumped over the top rope and then did a nice little finisher with that submission. That was pretty nice, but
You
it
know
was so
what?
rushed.
I actually like that submission hold because I used to do
It
that
was
on
great.
SmackDown. I had that submission for my character on SmackDown. Here comes the pain.
All right, listen,
I loved it.
it was great.
I loved
Absolutely
it.
from the
I forgot the name of
wonderful.
it, but I'll remember it though. You know me. I know
Oh
my
yeah,
moves.
but
This
it
one
was disrespectful. It was disrespectful to all the ladies. They were so rushed and
this one
uh
gets an F because of how they did the pace and how they just there was no story being told. The only story being
except
told
for
is
Naomi.
Naomi's gonna win. Naomi's gonna win.
Yeah, Naomi. Hey, Naomi,
Hey,
this is all
hey,
you.
buddy, what's your name? Stan. Hey, Stan. Guess what? What? Naomi's gonna win.
Wham! I just kicked
No
Stan. And
wham.
I give that. Hey, I give that a 10. Woo. Um, but it's time to move on, sir. I can't even deal with that match. I can't even deal with it. It looks like you're
Sorry.
making me deal with it.
I'm also talking to the people on the chat as well too.
Yeah, you're making me deal with it.
But
Oh my God.
I give it a D. Like,
Yeah, it was terrible.
it almost got an F.
Yeah, that would have been terrible too,
You
but
know,
I feel you though.
and that's only because I find it humorous about how lackadaisical the crowd was. Her hometown supposed to give her,
Yeah,
such a pop, and they gave her nothing,
yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
And of course, the match that everyone dreaded and was overwhelmed with emotion, both for the twittiness of the match and the sadness slash joy slash appreciation slash respect after the
This
match.
was not the boyhood dream that's become a reality.
This
This is the
was
complete opposite.
this was quite possibly one of the worst WrestleMania
And,
main events
and for some
ever.
people to say people are just doing their jobs, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, bro,
Balderdash.
like this is what, and I said this earlier. oh,
Balderdash.
I think somebody said Roman's just doing his job and people are hating on him. And it's like, oh, Undertaker's passing on his legacy and giving this dog his yard and all this other crap. I'm sure
First of
Undertaker's
all,
just like, I don't want to give this kid nothing. He
exactly.
sucks. As he said in the match, you don't have the balls. And I believed him.
He doesn't have the
I
balls.
believed him.
You want me to tell you?
Undertaker,
You want me to tell you what Roman told me?
what did he tell you?
He told me that he left his balls back with his cousin, The Rock.
Mm. And you want to know what the Undertaker told me?
He said,
The,
"You ain't
the
got
Undertaker
no balls."
The Undertaker told me he had just as much choice to lose to Roman Reigns as Bret Hart had to Shawn Michaels in Montreal.
Yes, and you'd be completely right. I mean, think about this, and I think I mentioned this before.
Sure.
I'm so happy that Undertaker did not die in that ring last night.
I knew he wasn't going to die, bro. You know what? The one thing I have a problem with, and I said this over and over, and I think it's because of the booking, but had Roman broke the streak last night, it would have meant more.
If Roman would have broke the streak last night, he would have never been a babyface ever again.
But it would
Like
have been okay.
that's just a harsh reality.
But it would have been okay because you let Brock Lesnar break the streak for nothing, free. Like it was no reason. Nothing happened after that. Yes, he conquered the streak.
And then
He just basically got another nickname,
he
just like
became the
Professor John
champion too
Gotti
right
gets.
afterwards. What?
He just got another nickname like the Professor John Gotti, the King of
Oh
RNG,
gosh.
the Troll
Oh
Master,
gosh. Okay,
the
we need you to
Mayor with
stop it right now.
Strolson,
Let's
the
talk about
Lone
the
Wolf
match,
himself.
please.
That's what I'm saying. Like he just got another nickname for Paul Heyman to use. That's really it. That's the only thing he accomplished. Is he's the conqueror of the streak.
Oh goodness. Well, actually, Roman Reigns kept getting called so many other different things, which is
But Roman
hilarious.
Roman sucks, bro. I don't know why people. I don't get
I
it.
don't know why
I
people are
don't
so hyped about
understand.
it. I've been trying to
I
tell
don't.
people about this for months. I've been
He
trying to
didn't
tell
even
people about
do.
this for the past 2 years, and no one want to listen to me. Even
I'm
when he
saying,
was getting those
listen.
babyface pops, I've been
I'm gonna
saying
be
that.
honest with you. I think the match is supposed to end with him doing that tombstone.
I think that match should have ended with Roman Reigns, tearing his ACL
Oh God, that would be.
and
I don't
floundering
know
on the
about that.
ring like a fresh fish out of pond.
But I think the match is supposed to end with. I think it's supposed to end
Hashtag
with Roman
Gotti booking. Make that one
with
live.
Roman doing the tombstone to the Undertaker. Because remember, not too many other people are allowed to do the tombstone, but eventually, I definitely let Roman do a
I
tombstone
mean, there was so
without
many
question.
botches though, and people kept saying it was the Undertaker.
I'm like, bro, like, no, it was stupid. It was
Like
stupid. He would have died out there.
he would have died. Thank you.
Yeah, he definitely would have died out
Like
there.
I'm sitting here chanting, you know, in my game room, please don't die. Please don't die.
I was surprised that Shane McMahon was able to take that Styles Clash earlier. I was pretty happy about that too.
Well, because he didn't leave his chin out.
But imagine, I mean, a lot of people do that for some reason. But I mean,
Well,
the
they
one
make
thing I'll say is
mistakes.
that it just didn't make any sense. Of course, I have to give you the abridged version because I only have about 5 to 10 minutes. But I just felt like people like Roman, but there are so
Hmm.
many other people. I think I saw people saying I would have rather saw Rusev last night, or I would have rather saw freaking I don't know, like anybody else but the people that we saw last night.
I'd
I
rather
mean,
have the main event being, the women's Raw women's match. Paul
again, we might
Heyman,
as well,
you know what? I feel like that Paul Heyman hashtag Heyman got reads. I feel like Charlotte might actually main event a WrestleMania.
yeah, definitely. I
Because
mean,
if
it
we're
would have to
getting
be against
crappy main events like these,
it would
absolutely
have to
gonna
be
have
against
women do that.
Asuka. It'd have to be against Asuka.
And that would be a great main event.
Yeah, I mean, my main concern is they're booking certain people at one point to look extremely strong. Then the next they're weak. Then the next they're smart. Then the next they're stupid. Then the next is like, hey, we like you, but we don't like you. We want you to win, but you can't win because every time we go out here, even though it never makes any sense, Roman's got to win.
Sound like Dolph Ziggler's career right there.
It's it's the damnedest thing. Like Undertaker, it, and I said this last night. Had Undertaker not Tombstone, Roman,
Yep.
and he just lost by 19 spears, I would have been good.
I mean, 19 is kind of a lot, though.
I mean, you saw how many times he hit that rope to spear the Undertaker. That was so dumb. But had
I was just like, I can't believe he's really doing this right now. Are you serious?
yeah,
Are you
and Undertaker's
serious?
just gonna stand there and take it, and oh god, the spear ripped Undertaker in half, right in the gut or heart, as some commentator said.
Oh,
Um,
they did such
and
a
it was just,
great job last night. Like, give him a round of applause. No,
but
don't,
again, had
don't, don't,
Roman
don't you
broke
dare
the
give him a round of
streak.
applause at all.
No round of applause. Had Roman broke the streak, it would have been a better send off. Undertaker could have retired a year or two ago. You wouldn't have been worried about him dying in the ring. We would have been all good. Everything would have been gravy.
No,
But
because I still would
because
have worried about it because Roman Reigns.
he's unsafe in the ring, but you see that Undertaker didn't take a lot of the bumps that normal people who fight against Roman do take, like the Splash Mountain, or when he had him in that arm choke, that what's that thing
Hell's
called?
Gate.
And Hell's Gate, Roman would have lifted him up and powerbombed him. Like Undertaker didn't take any of those major bumps. He just took 19,000 spears, and that was it. But
And now we just came full circle with the whole mini finishing moves.
Brock Lesnar, yeah, so
I mean,
oh,
that's enough about that. What is your grade for the match? Because we are running out of time.
C minus.
It's a tribute to Eddie Guerrero. It's getting an F.
delete, 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 delete,
Hashtag
delete.
Deletermania.
Yeah, overall, I would say WrestleMania. I would give it. I think I averaged about a B, B minus. Um, it was a spectacle, great spots, but once that John Cena match came on, had he fell when he ran down the ramp, I think I would have bumped it
That
up
that
to a
would have
B
made it an A
plus.
for me.
Yeah, it have some, but it didn't happen. I love the
No.
entrances with the planned, walkway things that were happening, like the Viper, even though that was kind of bootleg. Um, and some of those things, I think it was Seth Rollins threw the fire down. That was pretty cool, but I
Yo,
mean,
okay, so really quickly about that one. So on Twitter, people kept calling Seth Rollins the White
the
Ranger.
Yellow Ranger, oh, the White Ranger,
And I'm like, what are you
yeah,
talking about? It's the Gold Ranger.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, it definitely like yellow at least, but man,
Well, then that
yeah,
turns racist.
yeah, exactly. You know how it is. Oh man, but
But I think that's enough for that. Any last words about The Undertaker's final exit?
well, I didn't see it because after the match went off, I said this is booty, and I said, "Hey, Cortana, turn off." Yes. So I immediately went to bed and said, "Forget this." But again, it was a spectacle. It was WrestleMania. I don't know about them doing it again for 6 hours, but
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
yeah, they could have definitely skipped Flow Rider and Mr. 305 himself. But you know, I'll give it a solid B, man. That's all I can really say. Shout out to JR coming back. I can say I appreciated that, and the
Yeah,
King.
the news came out today that he signed a 2-year deal. Really appreciative, and I'm really happy that the WWE decided to do that, especially with his, most tragedy. So,
Which was kind of
props to
weird
them.
because my wife and the fanny pack herself was like, I was like, yeah, he just lost his wife last week, and it was like, and he's there. Oh God, how does he have the strength? I was like, I don't know, but I mean, it
Actually,
was kind of weird.
people in the chat actually saying that Russia opened up tonight with Taker stuff still in the middle of the ring.
That would be too weird.
That would be too
I
weird.
mean, but any final thoughts for yourself, sir?
I mean, I think I said it all last night. Time for him to get out the ring. It's time for him to enjoy time away from the ring. We grew up watching The Undertaker. Like, we grew
Absolutely.
up watching him. Like, he was part of our upbringings. While we were
Absolutely.
sad to see him, hang him up, we appreciate everything that he did for us. Whether he was a face, whether he was a heel, whether he frightened us, or whether he made us laugh. Like, we appreciated everything. You know,
Absolutely.
like I said, The
Well, man.
Undertaker, the legend, the man, one of a kind.
Well, it'll be great, but I know I got to run in here to this kickboxing class, ladies and gentlemen.
No problem. We're
Definitely
gonna leave you off
appreciate
with
you
this
guys,
track from the cancel called "Run," and we'll catch you again on Wednesday as we talk about some more sports. I am the Professor John Gotti,
and I'm Dr. Wednesday Night.
and we'll catch you again soon. Peace and love.
Deuces.